Most men do not understand the true cause of androgenetic alopecia. As a result, they panic, treat the problem superficially, and accumulate frustration over time. The popular narrative is simple: DHT causes hair loss. But biologically, this is incomplete. Think of DHT as a key and the hair follicle as a lock. You can have thousands of keys. If the lock does not respond, nothing happens. But if the lock is extremely sensitive, a single key is enough to initiate the process. In androgenetic alopecia, genetics does not determine how much hormone you produce. It determines how vulnerable your follicles are to hormonal signaling. From a biological standpoint, this is known as androgen receptor sensitivity, particularly to DHT. DHT is a derivative of testosterone formed by the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. This sensitivity is genetically determined from birth. That is why individuals with congenital 5-alpha reductase deficiency, as described in classic human studies, do not develop androgenetic alopecia. The signal simply does not exist. Reducing hormones without addressing follicular sensitivity is a conceptual mistake. It is like trying to extinguish a volcano with water. It is palliative, not strategic. This is why early intervention tends to work better, especially before follicular miniaturization becomes structurally irreversible. There are men with DHT levels far above average who reach old age with an intact hairline. And there are men with normal DHT levels who develop progressive hair loss. This alone invalidates the idea that DHT by itself is a sufficient cause. DHT is a necessary modulator, not an isolated trigger. The fact that hair loss follows a Norwood pattern reinforces its genetic and predictable nature. Frontal and vertex regions are biologically distinct from the occipital scalp. This is why the donor area is preserved. Androgen receptor expression and activity vary across regions of the scalp. DHT participates in the process, but it does not, by itself, explain who goes bald or when. Androgenetic alopecia is a problem of tissue response, not merely hormone levels. Treating DHT as the sole villain creates unrealistic expectations and simplistic strategies. Understanding this is the first step toward evaluating treatments with clarity.